So you've got an idea. Maybe it's for a book or a movie or a song, maybe even an invention. Maybe it's just a better way to do something, but you have this idea. You go out for some drinks with some friends, and somewhere in the midst of conversation, you bring up your life-changing idea. Everyone's pretty impressed. Everyone loves the idea. They can't wait to hear more. They can't wait to read it when it's done and say things like, man, you're gonna make so much money off of that idea. At the end of the night, you go home. You feel pretty accomplished because this great idea is impressive and all of your friends are in support. I mean, why wouldn't they be? It's a great idea. You've thought about it for a long time. You go to sleep nestled with the thought of your award-winning billion-dollar idea. The next day, you wake up and the idea is still there, but it's Saturday and you have to clean out the garage. A week passes and you go to work, get an oil change and a haircut, and the weekend comes and you're just exhausted. So you watch a few movies, take a few naps. A month goes by. And more of the same. Work, family, chores, dinner, naps, movies. All while the idea taking a back seat, waiting to see the light of day and earn those big bucks. Eventually, a year passes. A year to the day, you told your friends that this idea could change the world. You're all out for drinks again, and you say, hey, remember that cool idea I had? Wasn't that awesome? They remember it. But this time, their response is missing that excitement present from the first time this idea came up. Eventually, someone asks the question, whatever happened with that? Did you finish it? And you realize, no, your idea has never been more than a great idea. So why do so many people fail to make a great idea and then turn it into reality? The excuses come easy. Well, I don't know how to get it started. It's all about luck, and I'm just not lucky. I don't really have the time for it. I have a family. I don't have the money. It's harder than I thought it would be. Someone else did something just like it. I'm too old to start now. How do you get started? You start. You're writing a book? Then you need to write every single day until it becomes a part of you. You have an invention. Do some research on patents. Ask other inventors how they got started. And luck? Luck is what you make it. There's a lot of work that goes into being lucky. Sure, it might be luck if your book is picked up by a big publisher or your screenplay is selected for a movie, but you kind of have to have the book or the screenplay before you can be lucky enough to be selected. The next time you say you don't have time for something, replace it with, it's not a priority. Because that's what life is, prioritizing your time. If it feels bad to say it, then maybe you should change something. Do you really want to look at your family as your jailers, the reason you don't try? Family should never be a hindrance. If you think it is, it's probably a good idea to adjust the perspective. If everyone who had ever done anything worthwhile waited to have the money to do so, we'd be missing out on a lot of great works of art and inventions. Of course, it's harder than you thought, but you're the one doing it. No one else. You've got no competition. Your idea is wholly your own. There's a difference in someone directly stealing ideas and having a similar idea. Coke and Pepsi are very similar, but I don't see either of them going away anytime soon. Similar ideas can coexist. And lastly, age does not matter. My favorite example of this is Alan Rickman. He had been in stage plays for his entire life, but people often forget that the same guy who played as Snape in Harry Potter movies got his start as Hans Gruber in Die Hard. This was his first feature film, and his age at the time of production, 41. He died at age 69, having nearly 30 years in the film industry, playing some of the world's most memorable roles. So clearly age is not a factor. To me, the biggest motivator is time. Time is limited, but time passes regardless if you're pursuing a dream or watching TV. Even if you fail, which you're sure to experience throughout the process, you're still closer than anyone who's still stuck making those excuses. So no matter what your reason is for not letting your idea see the light of day, the excuses, they're useless. Start now. Keep going, and you might surprise yourself and the rest of us.